Okay, and we are back at this episode here called Transgender Hate Mail, Homosexual Hate Mail, Atheist Hate Mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and TV and art. The response comments, I'm in against these TV lifestyles, and a few other things. Trigger warning, if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos, it's speech you hate, that's their story. Let's continue on with people getting these one of the comment sections and me trying to shade it out with my words of the biology. There's a way to get vaccinated so you can help fight against the spread of disease. And yeah, so I wouldn't mind seeing some more non-sex work fan art because that's always awesome. When it's awesome. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Paris Hilton stuff. Oh my gosh. With these characters. My goodness. A wonderful view. Oh, so many lady parts. So many of them. Essence of women. It fuels me. It fuels me. So much fun. Anyway, someone says, you're so nonchalant about it. Choose a stream emoji and prayer hands. You definitely went against them. And I say, it's not about beating anyone. About helping people learn to live a better way of life. And so as I snubbed his bub, yeah, man, that's what I put out a Game Grumps version of Wolverine. I changed the audio of a Wolverine character to Game Grumps clips. It was awesome. It says, doing push-ups for misgendering someone? What the F? Seriously? Who writes this stuff? 16-year-old ghost, gomos? P.S. If you don't want to be misgendered, stop dressing like the opposite sex. How is it our fault? This one. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because I was a dragon, I did my Dragon Age Veilguard review, or talk or something like that. Showed off that clip. That's how it goes. And so as a play to your strengths, so close to down, you mean? I say, no, I want them to make games like Gotham Knights, where the more characters are playable, and they beat up enemies with more different fighting styles. What the heck is this about? More people avoid the transgender lifestyle. So as a brother, there's no point in making these videos, because no one can understand what they're saying. Of course, a common heckling technique, when they're saying no one can understand what they're saying, of course, then they'll say, well, you're saying it's harmful. Like, yeah, you can understand it. You're slurring your speech like someone who's drunk off their behind. I said, then there should be no problem with me talking. So I was hoping you don't have any more BLM riots or BLM murderers running free. Like, thank God, gays and concentration lunatics. You've been removed from every seat of power. This is someone else. And so as the transgender is the devil's human minions. Their sexual deviants intend on destroying all caps. Destroying children's mindsets, if allowed, to continue. Pride comes before the fall, and fall they will. God Almighty's wrath will be swift and very faithful. Keep strong in faith. Jesus Christ is King. Prayer hands. And I say, right on. Let's help people stop falling for the devil's trap of the transgender way of life. So I says, well, what the heck is this about? What do you people to avoid the transgender lifestyle? Because you cannot hear what you're saying. You have a really bad lisp. I don't. I got you. Well, and then I said, what are we talking? I used to get speech therapies as well. Why do you sound like that? I can't understand half of what you're saying. Common slur, common heckling technique. Why are you talking about non-safe word fan art, which I presume is pornography, not when it's drawn? Assuming you hate for transgender people is based on religion, and like Christianity isn't, pornography is sin as well. So I continue to work on my speech and equipment, and also live action for and advanced ways, considering out things that are supposed to be only shown off to for the person's spouse. I look at it as naked drawings of cartoon characters. That stuff is not real. People need to work on what's real and what's not real. So that doesn't work. Someone there say, well, but that's a person, made of pixels or lines on paper. It's not a real person. It's simulation. So Sweet Baby Ink is trash. This one, and I say they sure are. People need to stop with them. It's like something else. Well, Black XQSE. I don't know what that is. So I was like, are you sure you're speaking English? I'm like, yep. Can't understand what you're saying because of lies were told. Is it digitally spoken in this manner? I was interested in what you have to say, but now I can't even understand what you're saying. I do like to go fast. I work on slowing down, so I drop emoji. Holy geez, your video uploads. I've never seen someone more obsessed with trans people in my life. Are you trans? I'm just you're confused watching this video. I said, I am a Bible-believing Christian. I am against the transgender lifestyle. Continue to explain why. Glasses emojis. Are you Christian? Just curious. Like, yes, I am. Bible-believing Christian. That's what I got.